Looking live. This is Hoodview Politics. This is our Friday night fish fry.
Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. We live.
All the way. All the way live.
If you're new here, this is the podcast for the 9 to 5ers too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know? Hoodview Politics. We're going to deep detail dive in the politics.
Right on. Hey, is this
Uh-oh.
is this thing on?
Uh-oh. Well, we're going to deep detail dive.
I don't think it's mic on.
I can hear you.
Oh, you hear me?
In the politics. I'm Rabbit Jones.
And I'm Tony the number one soul brother.
And this is Hoodview Politics, baby. Welcome to HVP. And guess what? This a new night. This Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's Friday night.
Friday night fish fry.
This damn show ain't Tuesday. I know y'all looking like, damn, this ain't Tuesday. What y'all doing? Nope. It's politics, baby.
I've been told y'all. Y'all listen to me. I told y'all we are the booty call of podcasting. And you never know what night we might pop up and get in that ass.
To get all the way deep in. You know what I'm saying? That.
You feel me?
Bruh, it's already, we already know there's so much going on in politics for sure.
For sure.
We got a president running. Well, an ex-president running for president.
Yeah.
That's got 92, 3, 4 charges against his anus. You know what I'm saying? We got another one on the other side. He's almost 90 years old. And some of us don't even think he motherfucking even there for real. And that's where we at. Now, everybody got a complaint on the age.
Well, you should run
Where the fuck are the other candidates at? If not, shut up and vote for what you need. You know what I'm saying? Tell them what they do if they got a problem with us, though. You know what I'm saying?
These mofos trip. They complaining about the age of the candidates. When you young ass bastards, y'all should run too. Y'all should run. But everybody's sitting back. They biding their time and they plot.
You're not gonna have anybody in that race that's like Trump's 77 years old. So I don't know what motherfuckers are saying. If you 3 years older than that, what's the fuck is the difference? 2, 3 years old. I mean, that nigga old too, bro. You know what I'm saying, dog? So if you 77 and you win a race, you're gonna be 78, 9 when you go into office. 4 years after that, it's 83.
Yeah,
I don't know about that, bro. That's a tough. I don't know. Some people can do it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's some 70-year-olds that's real competent. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But being competent and being a motherfucker senator or congressman are two different motherfucking things, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to sit around with me talking about motherfucking bitches we fucked. You know what I'm saying? You be commenting on shit like that. Deep detail dives in the motherfucking Croatia and Korea. You don't know what the hell you talking about no more. You're too old to even go into deep detail dives of that. You know what I'm saying, dog? I personally don't think, me personally, right? Don't think Biden is doing a whole lot, right? I think his wife doing the most. I think over our history, right? So, most presidents, and y'all always gotta remember, most men don't make it nowhere without that woman there, right? And that woman there, as a president, she know more than everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not a cabinet member or vice president member that knows more than what she know. You know what I'm saying? By just being the fuck there in the bed and all types of shit. When that nigga worried, guess who he talking to? Her in the bed, sweating bullets, thinking about shit, and she helping him through these things. So all presidents has the first lady that knows more than she should know. Put it like that. And I know this one right here is not only do she know more, she doing more. You feel me? Because you gotta realize, man is what 80? Biden 80, right?
No, but that's what you got a cabinet for. You delegate.
Is Biden 80?
You 80, you 80.
He 80?
Yeah. 81.
Damn.
That's what you got. That's why you have to have a competent cabinet. You gotta have somebody that's know what the fuck they doing. See, the previous administration, nobody knew what the fuck they was doing, and he was firing people every other day. Oh, I don't like the way you said that. Fired. He was running that shit like he was running The Apprentice. But when you got like in this administration, he ain't got no problem sending his Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, anywhere in the world because he handled business. Like in this administration, he don't got no problem sending Kamala Harris nowhere in the world, handle business because she competent. He even sent his labor secretary around. Commerce secretary been sent. So yeah, he the final say on everything, but he got a fucking cabinet that's competent and can handle business. Unlike the previous president, who didn't even fill all the cabinet positions out. He went through his whole term and like half of the fucking positions was filled. Or they had temporary heads of the departments. How the hell you can't run a country like that? You can't run shit like that.
He didn't even fill out his cabinet.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a list of things that I can go over with Trump that you can look at somebody and be like, bro, why would you want that person to be president? And I ain't got to get to the racism part. I can just go on the incompetency, the lack on rules, the lack on motherfucking secrets, to just the relaxation of fucking where you at. You know what I'm saying? Just that alone. How about coming on motherfucking doing your speeches cussing and shit? Is that cool? We're not expecting the president to get up there cussing. I could do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to go to college for that. I ain't got to be in Princeton and all this bullshit, Yale and all that. The cuss. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Well, the dude is uncouth for one.
No.
That's the first thing. The dude is uncouth. He look.
No, what I'm saying is, as president,
He's uncouth. He don't care. He's not. Look.
What do you want your kids to when they go to school? It's out of your hands. The president is the president, right? Look. And when they talk about presidents, that's who the person be, right?
This is the thing. This is the thing with Trump, and goes back to the beginning. He's not a trained politician. He's not a statesman. he doesn't know how to carry himself as a representative of a whole country as a whole, and represent himself to people. He doesn't care. All he know is how he ran his business, how he thought he could run the country, how he run his business. And he was brass, he was uncouth, he was tacky, he was he just what he's not. Compare him to Obama. Obama was a statesman. Bill Clinton was a statesman. They could get out there and speak. They could articulate. They knew the meaning of the words they used.
There's a lot of people that disagree with you on that.
Hmm?
That would say Trump. Shit. There's so many of these motherfuckers. Obama ain't motherfucking do nothing for Negroes. What do you say to that?
Okay. Do the fact that you can now, a Negro can now be president, that he led to the first black female president, vice president. Half of you sick motherfuckers out here that couldn't go to a doctor, now you getting world class, getting the best health care you ever had. He hasn't done that. He kept all you motherfuckers safe for 8 years. And when we go down a list of shit Obama done, but it gets back to the thing I always said. When Obama got elected and he got his first 4 years, everybody thought and wanted him to be just the president of black people. We've made it now. He's gonna do all of this. And if he had just been president for black people, he would have never got the second term. He got in and had to be president for all people. And that's what he did. And that's what his policies showed. He did things for black people. He did things for white people. He did things for Hispanic people. He even did pass laws for gay people. So if one group was expecting this, that, and the third, yeah, you didn't get everything you was expecting, because you was expecting him to go in as a lot of people was expecting him to go in as a civil rights leader. That wasn't what he was running for. He was running to run the country, to be the president of the United States. So that's different.
But when you're talking to somebody, right, they want to know exactly what did he do for black people. So for that black person standing there, what specifically can you want? Can you point to tell them, hey, that's what he did for a black person?
Specifically, well, what was you expecting? That's what I want to know. What was you expecting? If you wanted the civil rights bill signed back in the law, he did that. So
see, that's what I mean. So when they ask you that question, it's not nothing specific you can point to.
It's a hard question to ask, but you have to ask back, what was you expecting him to do? What did you vote for him to do? When he ran for president, he ran down a list of things. He said, this is what I'm going to do in my administration. And it wasn't geared to one set of people here or another set of people there. It wasn't another set of people here. It was geared to all people. Now, what he said he was going to do, did he not do?
All right. Two things, right? If you don't follow politics, it's going to be hard for you to understand that a whole Congress that was the head of the Congress, any bill that come through came through them, and they told you he wanted him to be a one-term president.
True.
So off the break,
that was Mitch McConnell.
Off the beginning, that means you're not gonna sign off anything that he want done, right? Which I mean, to me, even if a Republican win, you gotta give them a chance to do whatever the fuck they said they was gonna do. You know what I'm saying, dog? Like, you can't let a motherfucker get in and you start complaining. Don't let them start doing anything, because now your argument don't make any sense. Because you say he this that he gonna pass that and that, but if you don't let him pass it and show how bad it's supposed to be, what is your argument then?
My
You feel
thing
me?
is this.
If you say Obamacare is supposed to be so bad, they fought that shit tooth and nail.
Tooth and
bro.
nail.
If it's so bad, what like now? You can't prove anything to make it so bad. You feel me? I mean, they made this shit like it was life or death, bro. If Obamacare passes, the Affordable Care Act.
Look, my thing is this, and this goes for any president. When you get, yes, you run on a platform, you run on this, that, and third. You say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. These are the promises he made that Obama made when he was running. He didn't run as a civil rights president, even though he passed civil rights initiatives during his term. But black people jump up and say, well, what has Obama did for black people? What did you want? Did you want him to give you reparations? Did you want him to he made sure the social programs that the motherfucking that Republicans was gutting, he made sure they stayed in place and he strengthened them. So that's a question. I mean, if you was expecting something, what specifically was you expecting him to do? I don't understand. All I'm saying is when a man got in there, he had to become the president of all people. Now, for the middle class and the lower class, he didn't raise your taxes. Unlike some Republicans who cut taxes on the rich, but raise them on the poor, who are mostly, who I ain't gonna say mostly because it's majority white nation, but who are significantly black. I don't know.
What happened to this shit? The mic started.
He failed after he got his second term. He did not push people to vote for new senators and congressmen. He just kept pushing Obamacare. How did he keep pushing Obamacare? He got Obamacare in his first term. He didn't have to push it in his second term. And he was pushing. And
First of all, again, you gotta know what was going on before Affordable Care Act, right?
right.
People were dying because people was dying because they couldn't afford the motherfucking, if they get motherfucking diabetes or high blood pressure, they couldn't afford this shit. You know what I'm saying? So Affordable Care Act, which is the name of it, does that, make it affordable for you to pay for it. Why would somebody fight against being affordable for somebody to care for themselves?
I
feel
have
me?
no idea.
Why is that something to argue about? Why is that something to debate? We all should want lower prices for our care. But what party wants to stop that? This is not, I don't write the script. I don't tell y'all who to vote for about niggas. But when you get down to the nuts and bolts of it, who stops that?
Who stops it?
It's just real simple. I don't know where else to put this thing at. You know what I'm saying, dog? But most people who watch this podcast know we don't give a fuck who it is.
Who the fuck
The facts take us where it take us, right?
Who it is?
And the facts are, if you vote Republican, the first thing is going to happen, you're going to get your rights stripped ASAP on all types of things. When it comes to less taxes, and if you're poor, less motherfucking access to food stamps or places to fucking live. You know what I'm saying? Less jobs, the go around for Negroes. Now, Republicans president, most motherfuckers with degrees and shit, they get their jobs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But most poor white, like my man always tell y'all, and Negroes in America. See, we're gonna start putting y'all white people in there with us, even though, okay, neither one of us is racist, right? But the common denominator of us and you in the trailer park is sometimes we need some fucking help somewhere in our fucking family, bro. You know what I'm saying, dog? You can't be a white person with food stamps and keep talking about down on black people or the social programs. You're not making sense, bro. If you're a Republican white person, white lady with 2 kids on food stamps,
okay, let's
and Medicare,
because we're gonna go.
You cannot vote Republican because you want smaller government.
Damn. Okay,
because that's ridiculous.
Right. So we're gonna go here. What has Obama done? And this is all the shit he done. Let's start with number 1, past healthcare reform. We've been through that. He rescued the economy. Now, when he took the office, the economy was fucked up. Not for just rich people, but for poor people, for all people. So he rescued the economy and he passed Wall Street reform.
Not only that, when he came in, we was in a recession. Not only recession,
he got us out of it.
Shit was falling. 800,000 jobs were being lost every fucking day.
Right. And that was black jobs too.
People don't understand that.
Okay. Negotiated a deal to block a nuclear Iran. So secure U.S. commitment to a global agreement on climate change. Now that's for everybody. And we talk about climate change on here. Eliminated Osama bin Laden. End the U.S. combat missions in Iraq and Afghanistan. Turned around the U.S. economy. Turn around the U.S. auto industry. Right. Because motherfucking foreign cars was taking over. You wouldn't. Ford GM wasn't doing shit. Ford GM and Chrysler wasn't doing shit. He basically saved the auto industry.
Can't deny that.
Repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Supported federal recognition of same-sex marriages. Reverse Bush.
Wait. Hold on. He saved the auto industry.
Right.
Pay attention to that. That's not a small little detail there.
Right.
The auto industry means millions and millions of jobs.
And hold up. And he talked about what he did for black people. A motherfucker wasn't complaining about what he did for black people when all the motherfucking stimulus checks was rolling around here.
Guess he didn't do that.
We didn't hear no complaining then.
He didn't do it. Somebody else did that.
Who did that? Who did that?
Somebody did that. I don't know. You
know, establish rules to limit combat emissions, normalize relations with Cuba. So we, put Medicare on sounder financial footing. That okay? How many black seniors and disabled people take advantage of that? Who get their healthcare through Medicare? So come on. He protected dreamers from deportation. Okay, that's established net neutrality. Protected 2 liberal seats on the Supreme Court. Okay, now that's big because he put 2 people in there that's going to be there for a while. Because if he didn't do that, the motherfucking majority that they have now because of Trump that are going after all the rights. And let's get one thing straight. The rights of black people with affirmative action. They always try not to re-sign the motherfucking civil rights bill. What else? Abortion. Okay, that was being protected under Obama. But you see, when another motherfucker got in there and got to sway the Supreme Court a certain way, now you see what happened. The rights that not only black people, but all people that have enjoyed and the freedoms that you enjoyed are under attack. And not only from a white Supreme Court, but from the fucking black motherfucker on the Supreme Court.
That's funny.
Okay. Let me see. We get boosted food efficiency standards.
We got a question for you, Tony.
Okay.
It say, Tony, are you really wealthy? Would you think the same way if you was wealthy?
If I was wealthy, yeah. Because I think about others. It's others people, even if I was wealthy, it's other people out here that's struggling. I'm not one of them people who I get mine and fuck if you get yours. I'm one of them people, even if I got mine, I want you up there where I'm at. It's room for us all. We can all get down. So if I was wealthy, you damn right I feel the same way. I don't give a fuck about. See, you got people out here now in office, and most of them in the GOP, the Republican Party. They got theirs. They got theirs. They don't give a fuck if you got yours. They don't care. They say, we got ours. We want more. We want it all. I don't want it all. I don't need it all. You know, I don't have to be a millionaire, but I just want my proper share. You feel me? And I want everybody else to have their proper share too. I want us all get together and have a good old time.
Yeah, no.
You feel me? Okay. Number 19, kick banks out of federal student loan program and expanded Pell Grants. Okay. How many motherfucking black youths out here graduate high school or want a further their education when they or go back to school as they get older, take advantage of Pell Grants and student loans. So come on, prove America's image abroad, left his mark on the federal judiciary. Now, what has he done? What done there? Okay. For a long time, you had these tough on crime, what's that? No nonsense judges that they put up in there on one side that wasn't giving a fuck about you. You got a majority of right-wing judges on the Supreme Court, but you also had a majority of right-wing judges in the federal court system, which was ganking motherfuckers. Okay. So you put the brother man in there who happened to be a lawyer, who kind of evened that out. Who worked to even that out, so it's a balance in the court system. So you wasn't so black people and other minorities wasn't getting fucked over. Come on. Diversified the federal bureaucracy, appointed women and people of color to fill more than half of appointments to policy positions requiring Senate confirmation, including 17 of 31 cabinet positions. Okay.
Hold on. One is real important here.
Okay, talk to me.
Negotiating the deal to block nuclear Iran.
Correct.
Now,
that was way up there.
That might be some motherfucking small shit to people out here. That was huge. Nuclear weapons and control of who has them and what they can do with them. And can you expect them? You feel me?
Yeah.
This was real important to the world, to be honest with you. If this didn't pass, motherfucker Russia would have been cooking some shit up under everybody knows by now. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah.
Important shit, bro.
Now, 23. Passed the Fair Sentencing Act. Do I need to say more? Revived the Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division. Okay. Expanded wilderness and watershed protection. Gave the FDA power to regulate tobacco. Okay, because you know, you motherfuckers love them Newports.
Wait. We gotta go back. We're gonna have to go back.
Let's go back
to the Pass Fair Citizen Act,
right.
where it was signed in 2010. Was Trump a president? No, he wasn't.
No, Obama was 2 years in.
Yes, he was. And they started letting people out of jail. Did they?
Yes.
Was Trump president?
No.
Who passed that bill though?
Come on. Y'all ask me what has he done? And I'm seeing a lot of things in here that benefit.
Who passed the bill? Was it Trump or Obama?
Barack Hussein Obama.
These are facts. Passed the Fair Citizen Act bill, right? Reduce sentencing, right? It reduces it between crack and powder cocaine possessions. Right directly to us niggas.
Now, let's get this part.
Directly to
and let's get this part. And let's get this part right here. He successfully lobbied the United States Sentencing Commission to apply those measures retroactively, which means they went back and relitigated or resentenced every motherfucking body.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Which contributed to the largest decrease in the federal prison
population
in over 30 years.
It only happened when Trump came. That ain't happened then.
No, when he let that black lady out. That's when it happened. The one that Kim Kardashian asked him to get out.
No,
when he pardoned Kodak Black, that's when it happened.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, that ain't when it happened. It only happened when Trump was there. Stop that. Now you're lying.
Now, and then the next one I already mentioned. Then he revived. That means he brought back. What does revive mean? Mean brought back to life, right? It means brought back. Revived the Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division.
That got rid of when Trump was president.
Don't affect black people.
Why would Trump get rid of that when he was president though?
No, if he had to revive it, that means he got rid of it under Bush.
Bush too.
Thank you, because it didn't go nowhere under Clinton. It went somewhere under Bush. Okay, we said wilderness, tobacco, trimmed and reoriented missile defense. Kickstarted clean energy investment. Reduce the threat from nuclear weapons. Passed credit card reforms.
These two critical joints we about to come to.
Okay.
Again.
Which one?
You might not have known. You didn't know. You didn't know, did you, Rail? You didn't know. Rail didn't know.
So that's Kickstarter.
Passed credit card reform. What did that mean?
That means for all of y'all who they was sending out these credit cards and you knew your credit was fucked up and they was ganking y'all with these high ass interest rates. Who helped y'all out? Now, let's see. Sign a credit card.
Prohibits credit card companies from
Sign
raising your rates without advance notice, mandates, and grace periods. not out the blue, not when I wake up.
And look, and strictly limits overdraft and other fees. Now, how many motherfuckers we know always they bank shit always overdraft?
Was Trump president?
I gotta put $20 in my account before I get these motherfucking $30 fees.
Who was president when that passed?
Barack Obama.
We don't make the script. We didn't do it. We didn't do it.
Wait a minute. Enacted government surveillance reform. So that means when them motherfuckers was spying on you and tapping your phones, you know, and all that good shit.
You hear that, Rail?
Who reformed that?
But again, you passed the key thing.
The governmental collection of bulk data creates a special panel to provide technical and legal advice to court administrators.
Key things
the
coming
Foreign
up.
Intelligence Surveillance Act of FISA, which they can motherfucker spy on you, and provide greater transparency for FISA court opinions. The ACLU noted that the legislation marked the first time since 1978.
It's not our fault
that Congress has taken steps to restrict rather than expand its government surveillance authority. And I got a good one coming up at 33.
Oh, again, real important one.
Yeah, go ahead. Speak your piece.
Cut veteran homeless by half. Again, nobody pay attention to things that's going on in these people's offices.
No.
But 2010 launched the nation's first comprehensive strategy to prevent homelessness with our veterans. 47% decline. Hold on, who was president? Oh, I'm lost. Hold on.
BHO.
2010, who was president? Let
Okay.
me think.
Okay. Now,
Was it Trump?
and look.
Was
I
Trump
got-
president in 2010?
No, he wasn't.
Who was president?
No, he was a birther in 2010.
He was a
Now-
fucking birther. And don't forget, birther means he's a racist pig. Let
Right.
that go.
Now, number 33. Now we all can get down with this. Expanded overtime
No,
pay.
he ain't do that.
Yes, he did.
Who did that?
He updated a provision of the Fair Labor Standard Act
That didn't
to
happen.
ensure
It did not.
overtime pay for employees making up to
Nope.
$47,476 a year,
Nope. That ain't happen.
thereby expanding overtime protections to 4.2 million workers.
Nope. I'm about to turn to Fox and see that happen. That didn't happen. I don't remember that.
Yeah. The new rules were set to go in effect in December 2016, but were blocked in November by a federal judge in Texas.
Oh my God.
Cracked down on bad for-profit colleges.
What year was this?
Damn.
I'm trying to think. Was Trump president?
No.
God damn it. He wasn't president on that one either?
No, he cracked
Shit.
down on bad for-profit. So fucked up colleges. He got in your ass.
So when he came president, all this shit was already in effect?
No, he did this. This shit he did.
No. When Trump became president, was all this already done and already in effect and
Yeah.
rolling down the hill?
Let's get to let's get to this one. Did I get to that? I said about the bad colleges he got in their ass. Number 35.
Oh, 35 is what we
Cut the deficit. Reduce the federal deficit from 9.8% of the GDP in 2009
God
to
damn it.
3.2% in 2016. One benefit of a strengthening economy. And we know for a fact that Donald John Trump added more to the federal deficit than all the other motherfucking presidents combined.
Wait. Did you telling me the deficit was cut?
Cut.
Who was president again? I'm trying to figure this one. Let me look it
Come
up.
on.
Who was president when the deficit Republicans was cut?
Now,
Who was
Let's see.
president? I'm
Oh.
lost. I'm gonna look it up.
Barack
Was it
Obama.
Bush?
Barack Obama.
I thought it was Bush.
Now,
It wasn't Trump either.
no, it wasn't Trump.
Damn
Created.
it. What about the first Bush?
He
didn't do it?
didn't do it either. No, did Reagan.
Damn it.
Now, number 36, because
Reagan
number
didn't
30,
do it
because
either.
number
Shit.
37, I'm really tout. Created the college scoreboard through the Department of Education, developed a comprehensive database in 2015 and allows prospective college students to compare potential schools based on cost, graduation rate, debt, and post-college earnings. Okay, that means he put it out there so you can compare. You because it might be a motherfucking college out there that for those of us who can't afford an Ivy League school to get a damn near Ivy League education or get the same education they getting at half the price.
Sure.
Now, does that benefit black people? Now, check this one out. Check this one out. Number 37. And we know that black people, Hispanic people, and poor white people take advantage of the free school lunch program. Am I correct? Get me right if I'm wrong.
That's what we here for.
So now, number 37, improve school nutrition. Signed the Healthy Hunger Free Kids Act in 2010, championed by Michelle Obama, mandating a $4.5 billion spending boost and higher nutritional standards for school lunches. New rules double the amount of fruits and vegetables and require only whole grains in food served to students. So that means y'all that motherfucking feeding your kids oodles and noodles and hot dogs at night. They was making sure when your kids got to school, they had a healthy meal. Expanded.
Figure out what can you hate on so far? What we talking about?
Oh,
You might not have known this. You might not have known this was happening, but so far, if you're taking the information we give you, anything wrong with what we be saying?
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay. Now number 38. Number 38. This is a good one. This is a good one. Expanded the definition of hate crime.
Let's get on that. That's real serious right there. You know what I'm saying, my nigga?
Signed the Hate Crimes Prevention Act in 2009. 2009. So that was right when he got in the office. He was inaugurated motherfucking January 20th of 2009.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of his first acts. Applying existing hate crime laws to crimes based on the victim's sexual orientation, gender, or disability, in addition to race, religion, or national origin. Okay, does that affect people of color?
Now, this is where people fall off and be like, okay, he all about gay people and transgenders. You know what I'm saying? That's when that come in.
Hey,
all right.
When people was out here gay bashing and all this shit, and the police wasn't nobody doing nothing about it.
No, not only that. One thing we do at the beginning of this podcast, right, is inject a little bit of history.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying, dog?
Just a little bit. Just a tad bit.
A teeny bit. You know what I'm saying, dog? And one thing you learn is Black history on our podcast. One thing, if you don't learn anything,
you're going to learn that.
You know what I'm saying? That you don't know about our history. You know what I'm saying? We've been through a lot of shit. And I think at this point in time, hate crimes is something that evolved from us being enslaved, us being segregated,
us being lynched.
Thank you.
Us Jim Crow laws, exactly. being discriminated against.
So you cannot look at it as, oh, that's a gay type of bill. Because the bill itself still connects to Black Negroes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it was originally put in there because of Black people and the shit we've been through in this country.
So far as any of these things will be something Donald Trump will take care of y'all benefits. Now, so far, it's a lot of Black things. A lot of Black things we touched on.
I ain't even done. So that's a 39. Recognize the dangers of carbon dioxide. Yeah, dog. Carbon dioxide can kill your ass and kill you quick. It's a silent killer. Now, 40. This is a good one. This was the first. This was the first bill. Matter of fact, this was the bill he signed the first day he was in office. When he strengthened women's right to fair pay. Signed the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act in 2009, giving women who are paid less than men for the same work the right to sue their employees after they find out about the discrimination, even if it happened years ago, retroactively. Under previous law, as interpreted by the Supreme Court in Ledbetter versus Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, the statute of limitations on such suits ran out in 180 days after the alleged discrimination occurred, even if the victims never knew about it. He fixed that. Now, how many motherfucking Black women, as well as white women, are doing the same job as a man and was getting paid way less?
Wait, again, we keep touching on things that's really important here. You know what I'm saying? All right, most motherfucking Black people don't think nothing was done, but you might not think that the first act you do, right, is to pass the Fair Pay Act for women, right? You might not think that's care about, you know what I'm saying, but most women do. Most women that work on your job site is getting less than you, and you a piece of shit, and she know way more than you. You know what I'm saying? But you get more than her. They know them. You can't do that no more once she passed this Lilly Ledbetter Act, right? Anybody know who she is? She's an American activist, right? She a plaintiff in the United States.
My name is Lilly Ledbetter.
Exactly.
My name is Lilly Ledbetter.
Versus Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company.
Yeah, and how many of y'all motherfucking Black people out here spend motherfucking good money on an expensive ass, low profile Goodyear tires, make your cars look good.
Decided that the Title 5 or Title 6 of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 that does not allow employers to be sued for pay discrimination more than 180 days after an employee's first paycheck. Now, the Congress passed the Fair Pay Act named after her
Yep.
in 2009.
That was the first. He signed that bill the day he went into office. I remember that. He signed that bill January 20th. That evening, January 20th, 2009. He signed that bill. That
And
was one of
she
the
is in
first
the National Women's Hall of Fame, for anybody who don't know. Lily
Ledbetter.
Ledbetter. Look her
Now,
up.
okay. Now, 41. Secure the removal of chemical weapons from Syria. Okay, that helped everybody. 42.
Oh, hit.
Protect the LGBTQ Americans from employment discrimination.
See, again, we keep getting to key points, right? Again, they looked at Obama as the motherfucker that liked gay people, right? Or some shit.
Now, I'm going to explain this one to everybody in a minute. Reduce discrimination against former prisoners in federal hiring. He signed an executive order to ban the box in federal hiring and contracting. Government employees can't ask about a criminal record at the beginning of the application process, giving application with a criminal history a fair shot. Now, I learned about this when I was in. I don't make no bones about it. Yes, I did 2 motherfucking bits. I was cutting up. Now, the ban the box mean for so long, it was a box you on the application that said, have you been convicted of you've been arrested, convicted of a crime, and all this other shit within a certain amount of time or whatever. Years ago, the state started banning that on applications. It's some people that still have it on applications and don't even know that is illegal. That means they cannot ask you about your criminal past, your criminal history, if you've been arrested, did time or whatever, when you fill out an application. That cannot be. The only time they can ask you that question about your criminal history is when you get to the interview part and when they offer you a job. Now, a lot of people don't even know this. A lot of, and we know is an inordinate amount of brothers in the system, and a lot of people a lot of brothers don't even know this, that they cannot ask you, and it is still employers that slip that in. But you had a motherfucking president. Now this was years. Obama been out since what, 2016? He signed an executive order to ban that in federal hiring. And we knew, and you know, if you had a motherfucking criminal record, it was nowhere in hell you was even get thought of for a federal job if you check that box. Now, because of that, if they turn you down, they're gonna turn you down based on your experience or whatever. It isn't about your past history. So come on, y'all people, y'all need to get up on what the fuck is going on. Now, number 44.
Before we get to 44, someone had a problem with Trayvon Martin happening under his watch.
Okay, George Floyd happened on the Trump watch.
Now, what you about to say, 44?
44. One major victories against housing and mortgage discrimination.
Oh, this is key.
Through the Justice Department, reached a record $335 million settlement against Countrywide Financial Corporation and $175 million settlement against Wells Fargo for their practices of charging higher interest and fees to, get this, I want y'all to listen, they charge higher interest and fees to African American and Latino borrowers prior to the financial crisis. In addition to numerous other suits pursued on behalf of borrowers in 2015, the administration successfully argued before the Supreme Court that the victims of housing discrimination suing for buyers only need to show disparate impact, not an intent to discriminate, to win their case.
Now, I need to know somebody to tell me, is that black people or not? That's directly to a black person, African American and Latino borrowers. Period. That's directly. Record $335 million settlement. A record. Meaning it haven't happened, it haven't happened after. It's a record. Meaning that lawsuit, the administration followed behind this. They wanted this done. Like, administration's got a lot to do, right? They got pick and choose what they're gonna do. This administration took the time out to tackle and motherfucking try to erase the discrimination on housing and mortgaging. Everybody has benefited from that as a black person. You cannot tell me you have not benefited from that.
Look, and you right. They cannot tell you because if they was charging higher interest fees and motherfucking and other fees to black people and Latino people, that mean if you ever had a setback or whatever, you was gonna lose your house quicker than a white person.
Oh, yeah.
Even though you may have
yeah.
even though you may have a 750 credit score.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you didn't work hard. And your credit up there, but these people still ganking you out your motherfucker, ganking you for money by charging you higher interest rates. And we know you pay that interest back before you pay the principal on the fucking loan.
ASAP.
So come on, people. Y'all gotta read. We tell y'all, do the research.
Now,
do the research.
You see how on the fly, when you come in and tell us, hey, mom ain't done shit, guess what? Right. Run off 50 joints in your motherfucking mouth.
I ain't got 50 yet. I'm at
in your mouth.
I'm at the 45. Expanded broadband coverage.
You could give out 10 and be like, all right, that's 10 things he done.
Right.
Nigga, we had 50. Fuck wrong with you? You can't tell me 30 to 35 of them was directly for black people.
Okay. I got one for you.
Fuck wrong with y'all?
I got one for you. Expanded broadband coverage. That's number 45. Obtain approval from the FCC to shift $8 billion in subsidies away from landlines and toward broadband internet access for lower income rural families. By 2016, 98% of Americans had access to fast 4G LTE broadband.
Is any of this disputed?
No.
Do we have a disputer in our midst? Anywhere?
Now, come on. 46. Expanded health coverage for children. Signed the Children's Health Insurance Program Reauthorization Act in 2009, expanding the Children's Health Insurance Program, CHIP, to cover additional 4 million children, paid for by a tax increase on tobacco products. I don't think we got a problem with that one, do we? You shouldn't have a problem.
We had 50.
No, we had 47.
Come on now. It's like it couldn't be no problem. There's no debates.
Okay, he improved food safety, 47. Signed the FDA Food Modernization Act, which increased Food and Drug Administration budget by $1.4 billion. He let the space shuttle die and killed the planned moon mission. Allowed the expensive $1 billion per launch, badly designed and dangerous shuttle program to take its final launch on July 8th. So he stopped killing motherfucking people. Okay. Now, this I'm gonna say this. Then I'm gonna let you handle the commentary on this one. Number 49. Rebuilt and fortified the Gulf Coast post Katrina. Completed a $14.5 billion system in 2011 to rebuild the levees in New Orleans and protect it from a 100-year storm.
Again, when we have people like Darrell Carr that's on our screen, that is the reason why I got this podcast here that's political, right? Because it is a section of our black culture that would not ingest information for no reason. No reason at all. None. They go into the thing thinking Democrats some shit. And you know what? Even though that's a racist over there, he this and that. They this and that though. Like, I don't like those type of people, bro. Like, you mishy and washy and wash up the waters where people don't understand what's happening here. You know what I'm saying? If you see a black person supporting Trump, and most people that's not in politics, they don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't understand what's happening. When we know the person is a racist, why would you as a black person then support it? Or the party that produces him. You see what I'm saying? So we just ran off
49.
50.
No, 49. I ain't got the 50 yet. I'm about to get the 50.
Concrete
49.
shit. And you can't tell me 35 to 40 of them directly black people shit. Whether you like it or not. You didn't know it or whatever the fuck.
Especially 49. He rebuilt and fortified the Gulf Coast of post-Katrina. Now, just like somebody said about Trayvon Martin, which it did happen when Obama was in office. Okay. Katrina happened when George Bush was in office. And how did that affect all them black people in New Orleans that was in the Superdome that had no water, and them people was up in there raping them women up in fucking in the Superdome. People was dying. And he rebuilt that. Rebuilt the motherfucking levees. So that shit like that won't happen again. But he don't get no credit for no shit like that.
No.
Now,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
People don't remember nothing like that because he don't come out on stage and say, hey, I did this for your black ass. Right? You're going to get these crackers, these rednecks around and say, that's my African American. You know what I did for you? And then what he really did is not what he really did. It's something that's already fucking done. And you just happen to be here now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the bullshit. And you can't deny nothing. There's 49 things that Soul Brother just spit out. Right? These are fucking facts. You might not have known them, but they exist. You see what I'm saying?
And here's number 50. Here's 50. Avoided scandal. You hear me? You hear me? Avoided scandal. Became Barack H. Obama. Became the first president since Dwight Eisenhower to serve 2 terms with no serious personal or political scandal. When we just had a mofo in the White House 2 going on 3 years ago who couldn't serve 1 term without great day in the morning, without about 15 scandals. He had a scandal every week. Personal and political. From hush money payments to interference, election interference, to basically being told he raped a woman, to trying to steal an election. Come on. Like I was saying, you can debate on what he did or what he did for black people or any group of people based on what you were expecting that man to do when he got into office. My thing is, and I always said this even before he got into office, if he get in there, he cannot be just president for black people. If he's going to be successful and if he's going to get things done, he has to be president for all people. And if we ran down 50 things, that not only just affected black people, it affected white people, poor people of all colors, people of all persuasions, people of all political ideologies.
Exactly.
All of that. So
that's why
he did what the man did. He did what a president is expected to do. He did what was best for the country. That's what we expected out of.
Not only that, he did it where he can get it done. Like, for example, he named a lot of things, but Affordable Care is one of the number 1 joints. There's a lot of people, black people, benefiting off that. and don't even know what that is. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that's not told as something for black people. You feel me? That's something he snuck in there for every fucking body, but it's gonna benefit you as a black person. But you cannot, Radical Real, tell me that Affordable Care Act did not help black people. You can't do it. That's nonsense right there. Because everybody that's on healthcare today is off Affordable Care Act. It's as simple as that.
A lot of people try to minimize Obama just to passing Obamacare, and he did way more than that. But
we just named 50.
Right. But Obamacare is huge because so many presidents going back. I'm just gonna name the presidents I know in my lifetime, Democratic presidents that tried to do it, because it wasn't attempted or thought under Republican administrations. Jimmy Carter tried to get some form of universal health care. You don't believe me? You can go back and check it. Yes, Jimmy Carter did. When Reagan got into office, it wasn't a thought. When H.W. Bush was in office, it wasn't a thought. When Bill Clinton got into office, he tried. He put, matter of fact, he put Hillary in charge of trying to get universal health care.
It was turning to Hillary care.
Right. And as she said herself, she got the scars to prove it. Because they went after her. Okay. After Clinton, you had 2 terms of George W. Bush. It wasn't a thought. After W, we had Obama. And Obama got it passed. That's how big it was. But they try to limit it and say that's all he did. No, he did more than that. He did much more than that. And after Obama got it, you got a as my man right here called him, a racist pig who went into office not because of any policy or any or the country wanted it that way. He went into office and tried to dismantle everything that man did out of pure fucking hate, because he hated that black man.
And people like Radical Real.
Right.
The 3 strikes rule. The only person that revived that, it wasn't Obama. It wasn't Clinton. The person that revived the 3 strike rules was Trump. Why did you do that? I complained about the 3 strike rules. It was over. He revised it. You don't even care about that though. You're still stuck on the 90s shit. When all that shit was reversed and brought back by somebody.
But see, we go back to, they talk about what was done in the 90s.
Let's do that.
And
that's why we here.
Half these people wasn't alive in the 90s, or they was too young to really know what was going on in the 90s. From a period of from like 85 to the early to mid 90s, these streets was fucked up. You think these streets fucked up now? Back then, when the streets was loaded with crack, these streets was fucked up.
It's really
and
hard
bad.
To explain too.
And you cannot, I'm telling you, unless you lived it, and I done lived both eras. My man right here done lived both
this
eras.
Right here is, I don't
and
see
we
it.
and we've been in them streets. Got the scars to prove it. We've been in these motherfucking streets. And I'm telling you, back there in the 90s, in DC alone, and DC is no bigger than fucking Delaware. Ain't much bigger than Delaware. And Delaware only got, it's small, it's the smallest state and only got 3 counties.
We was leading the nation in murders.
450 murders a year or better.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And we're not counting the ones that happen in the surrounding suburbs of PG.
Yeah, exactly.
Counties like PG, where it was fucked up out here. And I mean bad. Real bad.
That's why I don't like going back to the 90s, because most of the people that's complaining wasn't there.
Right. Because look, at the time, you might not agree with it. You might have thought it was too harsh. And a lot of us did. We didn't agree with the 92 crime bill. Nobody did. Everybody thought the 92 crime bill was too harsh. And they even predicted that what happened because of the 92 crime bill and that mass incarceration, they said this is what's going to happen. But it was so fucked up out here in DC, in New York, in New Orleans, in Boston, in all your major cities, in Los Angeles. Come on.
It's crazy because shouts out to Cap. We have him on our podcast. He's a ex-captain police officer. Was that out in Connecticut?
Yeah, in Connecticut.
And he got his job in the 90s off that bill.
Right.
I got locked up off that bill in the 90s. And he come on our podcast and we butt heads about a lot of things. But the funny thing about it is we come from the same place. You know what I'm saying? Like that bill did a lot of different things for different people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like one thing about it, like he just said, you can't go 300-400 murders a year. That's just alarming.
Something had to be.
It's not even a huge city for that.
Right. And let me say this. And you can say it about a lot of things. Hindsight is 2020.
Exactly.
Yes, you can look back on it and say this, you shouldn't have did this, you shouldn't have did that, you shouldn't have did this, but you shouldn't have did that. But let's get one thing straight. The 92 crime bill, whether you liked it or not, it saved a lot of lives. And at the same time, that's when you had an assault weapons ban. That also saved a lot of lives.
Exactly.
And when you when the assault weapon ban went, you see what happened. You see what happened basically on a weekly basis right now.
That's why I say, while we here, first of all, is to point out a lot of politicians. We do a lot of profiles and everything. We like to point out a lot of politicians so y'all can know who they are and what they do. And those times, people put their career on the line for the Affordable Care Act, Hillary Care, all that type of shit to get people insurance. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I look back and when people be like, that party this, these parties are the same. They're not the same. They literally are not the same. You can't look at them as the same. You can all say they all crooks, but they all got a different agenda, right? One party got another agenda different from the other, regardless of them being crooks. One of them got a motherfucking agenda to just stay on power no matter what they got to do. No matter how poor you get or how much less access you got to the government. You feel me?
I don't see how people just constantly sit there and argue. And I think some people just argue back and forth just to hear themselves talk. But you support a party that if you have a certain class in life, they don't want to see you rise up. And you have a certain race or certain races, they don't want to see you, they want to do shit and don't want you to rise up. But you had a party that say, well, look, we know that everybody can't just pull themselves up or rise up on their own. And at some point you need a helping hand. If you drowning in, if you go to a college for 4 years and you spend all that time and all that energy and you graduate from college and you can't find a job or get a job in the field you studied for, you got to get a job or a second job to pay off them student loans that's killing you, and you need help. What's so hard about that?
Not only that, it's like you don't know what life brings. You don't never know
Correct.
what's gonna happen to you, right? It's like you can see a motherfucker like Mike Tyson be $330 million one day, and next day he don't have shit.
MC Hammer,
Things-
300 million.
MC Hammer. So you're a person that anything can happen. You can get in a car accident.
Yes.
You can lose your job, anything, and put you in a fucking position where you're homeless, bruh.
Look.
You gotta ask somebody, can you move in with them? If you
Yeah.
think you're not homeless because you ask somebody to move in with, you ask your aunt or your cousin and them to move in, y'all moved in, you still homeless, motherfucker.
If your name
Fuck
ain't
wrong
on the
with
deed,
You
if
homeless.
your name ain't on the deed and your name ain't on the lease, you homeless.
You just lucky that you had somebody extra that take
Look
your
out
ass
for
to
you.
fuck in. But other than that, your ass was going to the shelter, goddamn it. Fuck wrong with you, bruh? And it would
Yeah.
not be a shelter there if it's up to one party. It's just
They
that
don't
simple.
care. Yeah, and it's like, well, I did it myself. Well, look, some people are fortunate like that. Everybody isn't that fortunate.
Exactly.
And it's some people out here, like we know that some people live in rural areas that they don't even have decent grocery stores, get them decent food. They don't have stores to shop at, and they can't get the shit that people in the city and or non-rural areas can get. And that's what I don't understand. I will never understand poor whites. Y'all give y'all vote.
We gotta give them a name because that's your thing right there. You don't fuck with them. You don't understand them at all.
I don't understand because y'all vote for these people every fucking 4 years who promise y'all that you're gonna be coming, you gonna be a part of the middle class, and you still ain't part of the middle class, and they still ain't gave you what you needed to rise up.
But my thing about that is that person there, none of that really matters because they're all right. If you say top 5 things, being poor and trying to get out of that is probably their 5th. Guns, religion, probably 1 and 2. So if you was to say which party champions guns,
Yeah,
all right. So or abortion, you feel me? Like that trumps to them, whatever's going on with the economy or whatever the fuck you doing. You feel me?
hey, but I got news for you. I got news for all of them. When you hungry and your stomach growling, you can't eat no bullets.
They don't want to hear all that. That to me, that's what I say. It's hard. It's hard to motherfucking understand them because
Fuck, you gonna
we as black people know
Hey.
when it's poor time. We poor as fuck. We used to it. It's like we not naive to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like white people is naive to the fact that you poor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no teeth in your fucking mouth. You live in the woods somewhere.
Look, check this out.
And you don't want to admit that you don't have nothing.
Check this
Really? We're admitting we poor as fuck. We tell y'all that all the time. Shit.
One of my favorite comedians is Cheryl Underwood, and she had a bit on one of her on a special she did. I think it was on the No Limit Comedy Jam, and she was talking about where soul food came from, and she was like, yeah, when we were slaves, master gave us the part of the scraps and the pig part of the pig that they didn't want to eat. That's where you got the pig feet, the hog maws, the chitlins, and all that shit.
We made it
Then
right.
She was like, that's what she did. But you know, we motherfucking black people, we got some spices here. We put some spices in that shit and some salt, and we made that shit good. That's where you got Lowry season salt from. And that's what she said was right. When we ain't got shit, we make something of it.
Exactly. We've been
When we was
not
given
having shit
scraps,
since the beginning. Yeah.
You know, when we get scrap, we got scraps. We made something of it, and now you got soul food. You got soul food joints everywhere.
Exactly. Chitlins, pig feet, the whole 9. And y'all don't know that came from us being so fucking poor.
So
getting
poor.
thrown scrap meats
Hey, eat them motherfucking
and turn into gourmet meals. Hood
basically.
style.
Basically.
Chitlins, man. All that shit, man. Motherfuckers was cooking up shit. They don't give a fuck. What y'all throw?
Fuck
What
yeah.
type of scraps y'all throw ass, motherfucker? Fuck around with you. Raccoon. We gonna eat that too.
Motherfucking intestines. Yeah, raccoons, possum. Well, that's some hillbilly shit that eating them motherfucking possum. That's them motherfuckers up in the mountains up in West Virginia and shit, shooting possums and shit and raccoons and shit, making a hat and a motherfucking pot of stew.
Exactly. We do appreciate everybody that take that time out, man, to check out this political podcast. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, wherever you catch us at. You know what I'm saying, dog? We all over the place. We appreciate y'all a whole lot. Engage with us. Let us know how you feel. This is the Black Debate for sure. If you feel different from anything we saying, you can come on this podcast live on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch.
All kind of
Facebook
stuff.
live with us and to voice your opinion. You know what I'm saying? We want the debate. We want that conflict. We want the smoke. You know what I'm saying, dog?
All the time.
Now, out here in Maryland, right? It's a motherfucking police officer in Hinesville, Maryland. They got his young ass caught up.
The one who was tricking?
Yeah. I want to ask you about that shit right there.
Ask me.
All right, two things, right? Me personally, I know anybody in the hood know police officers got access to bitches, the sluts, whores,
all the time.
Tricks. They got more access than we do. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Let me tell you something.
If they threaten that hoe to say, "Give me that ass," or else, they ain't gonna fight.
I know a few females in the hood have been fucking with police.
Oh yeah.
So
they gonna snitch too. I don't know what made him think that was anonymous, what nobody knew about. All her friends knew that shit.
And that shit he was doing, it was a nosy motherfucker in the park filming shit that got him caught up.
Exactly.
See, but he should have been in the park doing this shit.
Anybody don't know, we know is Colonel. I forgot his last name, but his wife been all over social media since he been this happened.
Oh, she hot.
Yeah, saying she got issues with the girl. I don't know why she got issues with the little slut.
Yeah, look.
Why? That's what she do.
What? You can't have no issue with her. Cause okay, she gave it up. He didn't have to take it.
It wasn't his first time.
Right.
Fuck
then they had another motherfucking video of another motherfucker in the park. So we know that PG County police is out here tricking.
The baby mother, I mean, his wife is black, right? So we know that he loved he loved
sisters.
He loved the black
lady.
Like I do. The black lady. He loved them. You can't stop it. But one problem you have is, how can you fuck a bitch on the playground? Broad daylight and you the feds. Is that serious? The bitch opened his car door up and said, come. He got in holding her hands like this is some normal shit.
And then the mofo that took the video say, yeah, they was in here for a half an hour. You know, pervert, you was timing it.
Hey, first of all, he had a playground. These some young. I know somebody timed this shit.
Dude. You supposed to took that shit somewhere else.
I'm still stuck on what was going on there. What made him think that was cool or kosher?
Yeah, I mean, because if you want to step outside your marriage, and that's your business.
Yeah,
that's your business. We ain't got no problem with that. If you know you out here tricking, hey, trick on. You know, hey, what the motherfuckers say? It ain't tricking if you got it
at all. But it's when you in the motherfucker.
But you in broad daylight
with kids.
Yeah,
I don't even know if that was a kid no more. Now, you know, it's just like, what are you doing?
Right. I mean, I done seen shit like that. Like when we used to work at Smithfield, one day I was just walking home. It wasn't a police dude, but it was some dude. I was walking home. I was living in Kitland there. So I cut through the park and then I come out the back of the park. I'll be right at my place. So I cut through the park. It was a dude parked in the middle of the fucking parking lot, burning some white woman up. Broad daylight. It was like, was I in? Yeah, this was in I was in maintenance then, so I was getting off at 3:30. So this was like 3:30, 4 o'clock. By the time I got there, tearing that ass up. So you got freaky motherfuckers that do shit like that.
And the video itself got 2.4 million views, 200,000 likes, and 6,000 comments.
Oh, he should expect to get fired.
So the Prince George's County Police said that X, formerly known as Twitter, Tuesday, video circulated social media with one of their officers and launched an investigation determining the circumstance and the situation.
Hold tight.
Then it says update. The officer has been identified. His police powers are now suspended as the investigation continues.
Okay, let me back that up. You said launch an investigation. What was there to investigate?
But you gotta realize once he get in the car,
Then again, you could have said they was in there talking.
Yeah, you don't know he fucked her. You know what I'm saying?
Might just got some hate.
From the outside, it's some flirty shit going on, right?
Right.
But once they get in, you need
just
investigation for that. Yeah. I know it's cameras in the car. I know they got him fucking, but he probably cut them joints off.
Nah, he cut them off. I know. I hope he ain't get no head with the body cam on.
Yeah, he'd be really stupid then.
God.
The thing is, one of them cameras that I don't think the police officer can cut off. I don't know.
It might be the dash cam, but the dash cam facing out.
You can hear that bitch getting fucked. Fuck you mean?
That's true.
Even if the camera looking at even if it's outside looking at the street out front, you can still hear this bitch say, ooh, 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 and some more shit in here.
She might be having an asthma attack.
And that nigga in there saying, give me more. Yeah, police officer, I'm gonna put these cuffs on your ass. Turn around. And it's all fun and good though.
Freaky deep.
That's a police officer in Hyattsville, Maryland for sure.
Yes,
it was on Fox 5 in Baltimore, Banner, all over the place.
That motherfucker all over the place. You talk about Fox 5. That motherfucker. I was looking at the video today. It was on 7, on Channel 7 website. Matter of fact, it was on the YouTube.
I'm just stuck on what made him. I get it. The pussy probably good as shit. That's probably his problem. But he was really not paying attention to anything though. The nigga acting like he's in his living room somewhere drunk.
Hey, he had a one-track mind.
Like, oh, come on, baby. Like he had a robe on or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, baby. Let's get in here. Spin around your ass. Let's get in here. Kids running around say, hey, throw the ball. Right. Hey, it's in the back and see fucking.
He gave a new meaning to the term officer friendly.
You cannot get no motherfucker. You can't write shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't write shit like that. Complete idiocy, bro.
Dummy. You big dummy.
Now when we last checked, my lady running we used to be the speaker of the house.
Oh yeah. Nancy Pelosi.
She has chose to run again.
She running again.
You know,
and she'll get it too.
Again, that goes back to people not feeling about these people's ages. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be a tough one.
But I don't have no problem with Pelosi because Pelosi, she's still on her game.
Not only that, it's like when people vote these people in, they just can't.
Yeah,
they gonna vote her in. They live there. We don't even live there. You know what I'm saying?
There. But I understand. I mean, from what I see, Pelosi she's still on the game.
And once she get into the Congress or Senate, she's competent enough to make for all those fucking deals that she made. Yeah. If I look this up, you'll be another 50. Right. You know what I'm
saying? Because that woman gave Trump hell.
So and Obama couldn't have done nothing without her. She signed most of that shit. No. Some shit he couldn't even sign. She did.
Yeah, she got what you mean most? She got all that shit through the House. All that shit he signed in the law had to come through the House. Exactly. She got that shit through the House. And then he had the Senate. So I forgot who's a majority leader then, but they got it through the Senate. Matter of fact, it was the Chuck and Nancy show.
Exactly. So that's why I said, once somebody vote them in from their state, you can't do nothing about that. Like anybody come from DC, we know that person. You can't tell us who the folk to vote for. You know what I'm saying? You in Kentucky some fucking way.
Just like I was about to say, this is like Mitch McConnell. It's gonna take the people of Kentucky to get his ass up out of there. And he already
Mitch McConnell?
Yeah.
Man, it's at this point now, it's just
Dr. Freeze.
Not only like, come on, bro. He gotta go ahead and let himself go, man. Bro. Like
that nigga, I call him a nigga. That mofo just said the other day. That mofo said the other day that he gonna finish out his term as speaker and he's finished out his term as senator. He ain't going nowhere.
Now, to me, I just don't think it's fair to people in Kentucky. It's like, because it's obvious, even if you okay, you're not well enough to fulfill the duties. You can't work hard on certain things for our state.
Yeah, no.
You're not even there. That goes back to the wife probably doing. Again, just, the wives are real more important than y'all think.
But see, it's just like you said. The people of Kentucky keep voting them in. So
exactly.
People of Kentucky gonna keep voting them in. Then
is he older than Trump? Trump 77.
Hell yeah, McConnell older than Trump.
Damn.
Older than Trump and Biden, I think. Hold on.
And motherfucker Trump was born in a Jamaican hospital in Queens.
Yes, sir. Wild ass
I think
Queen.
Biden's 80, right? And then yeah, they all old as fuck. Then
Ooh,
shit.
the
If
shit.
she end up back speaker again, she'd be the oldest speaker ever.
Nah, she ain't gonna never go. She ain't going back to speaker. That's why she gave it to Jeffries. You ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah, it's at the point where yeah, the whole Senate and Congress is an old folks' home, whether y'all know it or not. It's a retirement home. It's a go back. Everybody go in the Senate and Congress and just does stay in there till you're fucking 90 and shit.
The
Just
old decrepit ass.
we know you're not doing nothing, bro. You're not
Yeah,
doing
half the
nothing.
motherfuckers decrepit. Yeah, McConnell 81.
You in that joint slobbing and shit, ain't paying attention. None of the paperwork. Nah, nigga, come the fuck out of here. Go somewhere, sit your ass down, play with yourself somewhere.
No
Let somebody do this paperwork.
Yeah, you got some antiques up in the motherfucker.
Look at the ages for the niggas in Senate in Congress. I know the average age got to be high as
yeah, because one of
fuck.
them mofos is 90.
That's a Democrat they trying to get out of here. She 90 years old. She don't want to go no fucking way.
Yeah, she said, "Fuck it, I ain't going nowhere."
It's at the point. What age is it? Yeah. What is it? I don't think it should be age though. I'm gonna be honest with you. If they come, they come. Fuck it.
Hey, shit. I mean,
Like for example,
look,
Biden.
They trying to say Biden too old. Biden got more accomplished than any fucking body. We done ran down 50 motherfucking things Obama accomplished. Biden got more than that.
The average age of the Senate is 64 years old.
Oh, that's not old.
The average is 64. They old as fucking there.
Yeah, 64 is not old.
Shit. Well, everybody, the average?
Yeah, that's not old for
the average senator is 64 years old. They old as fucking there. That's an old folks home.
Shit, half the motherfuckers don't run for Senate till they like 50. A lot of them motherfuckers ain't running, period, till they in their 50s.
And then the average age of the Congress is 58.
Yeah, because the Congress
there's a lot of people.
There's
way more. A lot of people.
Way younger.
It's like 500 people there.
Like AOC and
Bayo too.
Jeffries and no AOC young as shit.
Because it's just more people in the Congress though. It's like 400 or 500 people. It's a big difference.
So it's and you got a lot of hold on. I know Congress you can. I know for a congressman, I think you can run. You can still be.
Everything is like 35 or 25. You can run for Senate. Yeah. Most of these joints like it's more statewide, so I think you don't have to be old to run for.
The oldest one is president. You got to be 35 to run for president.
Would you be comfortable with a 25-year-old governor?
No.
Like you just be looking at it like, oh my god. Not 25. Like, come on, bro.
That's why the motherfucker that's why them senators, I mean, is the average age is so old. Because you got to have you got to have experience,
some field of life itself.
Yeah,
too.
And a lot of them, you got to understand, a lot of them come from state senates. They held state seats. Some of them been governors, some of them been mayors, and some of them been other things. Some of them have been in the cabinet. So before they got to be senators, they was other things. Now you got some people that, like you say, you got some 29-year-old representatives. You got 30-year-old representatives.
Yeah.
So a lot of them haven't really, they really haven't done as much as some of the other, and then you got senators, the average age gonna be up there, and
because it's only 100, so the average age is 64.
Because a lot of them been there a long time. So come on, McConnell been there a long time. The woman in California been there a long time. Steny Hoyer's he's a representative. He been there a long time. Pelosi been there a long time. You got a lot of people that been there a long time, and their seats is not in jeopardy.
Me personally, I'm not really tripping off how long they been there. Like the bill for George Floyd come up, and if you're 92 and you vote yay for the George Floyd bill, I don't give a fuck how old you was. That's a good vote. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. It's like it's hard to say because some of these people might be old, but their philosophy.
I'm about to say the same thing. You got a lot of people that's old in the Senate and the House that's stuck in their ways, and they done came through. They been old enough to been biggest in the 40s and 50s and 60s, and still carrying that kind of fucking attitude, and they won't vote for shit like that.
True. Especially they won't vote for a woman. It's like what I was saying you the last time. Like we go to war, we really have to be smart about that and figure that thing out for real. That it's just more avenues for people as racism and racist.
Right. Just like you said about a woman. You got a lot of people. Look, a lot of people didn't vote for Hillary. A lot of men didn't vote for Hillary just because Hillary was a woman, even though she was qualified. She was the most qualified person in the race on both sides, Republican and Democrat. She was more qualified than anybody in that race, and should have won, but she didn't, because a lot of men and some women too didn't vote for her, even though they agreed with her, liked her, but just because she a woman. And even these days, people still feel that same way. That's fucked up, but
true.
You know, just like Obama. We ran down a whole list of shit. Unless it wasn't shit that people as Americans didn't like, shouldn't agree with. Or even if you disagree with some of them, you still say, well, for the good of the country, that's a good idea. But a lot of people didn't fuck with him just because of his skin tone. But you had a lot of people in the last election, or the election before last, and the last election, that voted for one dude just because he was white. It was anti everybody else. And when he got into office, look what you got. And they still want this dude back in office.
I can't wait because you got motherfucking Lindsey Graham. All these motherfuckers that's with him. They in some deep shit right now, bro.
Yeah.
You got some of them trying to sever their case from state to federal. Trump gonna try it too.
Oh, that's what I want to talk about.
It's like these motherfuckers right now are in so much deep shit. That's why your man look around sad all the time. Trump sad a lot. He don't know how this is gonna go. This is out of his control here. You got so many people just in trouble. So many people trying to get out of this shit.
Right.
He fucked.
Like I told you, at some point, it's not going to happen now. Yeah, they're going to say, yeah, we got you back. We got you back.
And he told.
As they get closer and they get closer and they get closer to trial, and like you got so many people now who asking this man for help, and he not helping them.
Now, this is a grand jury that recommended charges against Lindsey Graham.
Yep.
A grand jury, not no right wing leftist somewhere.
Yep.
Like, this shit gotta be serious to y'all. Y'all gotta pay fucking attention. These people going to jail. A lot of people going to jail in front of y'all face. What's the leader of the Proud Boys? To jail.
22 years.
The leader of Oath Keepers. To jail. These niggas not gonna see the light of day. So something happened where y'all want to believe it or fucking not. They going to jail, bro.
Wait till these people start turning on his ass. And
Oath Keeper, Bama. That nigga got like 30 years. He out.
And look, he got like 20. Enrique got 22 years.
Enrique.
And he said Enrique. He got like 22 years. And he sit there and said,
Enrique,
we came to town because of Trump summoned us. And he's the one that gassed everybody up. He this, that, and the third. And he still and he even said that what they came there to protest and tear shit up for was a lie. He said this. Dude, how do you feel?
He was trying his best to get the fuck out of jail.
Right, and you feel you still got 22 years over a lie. A mofo sit there and lied to you. He lied not only to you, he lied to the country, he lied to everybody.
Okay.
He lied to his supporters, he lied to everybody. And y'all went down there tearing up shit over a lie, and y'all going to jail right and left.
And I don't care how much money you got.
Right.
He gonna be the last. Trump will be the last person standing there.
He gonna be the last one.
Have to go to jail. Bro.
Right. And the only way he better hope he can somehow get out of the motherfucking shit in Georgia, because Georgia, that RICO Act carries a mandatory 5 that he can't get out of.
Not only that.
Now the other shit, I will say, the other joints, the federal shit, I don't have them really going as far as to put the ex-president in the prison. But now in Georgia, Fannie Willis, she putting his ass in prison.
Oh yeah, you going to jail over there.
Yeah, Georgia, you going to jail, bro.
For sure.
Now now in the federals, I got them. I will have them. He would be probably get found guilty, but it would be some way, because I don't think the United States want that image to go around the world of them having an ex-president in prison. That's not a good look.
I don't know how much they can really fight it, because
on the state level they can't, but on the federal level they can, because he's
trying his best,
yeah,
to get it on the federal level. But I mean, this right here gonna be tough, bro. This gonna be a tough weave to web out this.
But they already showed in Georgia today when Westman hit the chief of staff. They denied him. They said, "Nah, dude, that shit you talking ain't going. You staying in state, and your ass going to jail, Jack."
The fuck sap.
That's so.
Oh shit,
it's gonna be interesting, because Georgia, they about
Georgia.
They about to be fucked in Georgia.
Georgia.
Like I said, I don't got the feds. I don't got the feds trying to putting them behind bars. I got him fucking him, so fuck his record up. He probably pay a record ass fine. He'll never run for office again. They'll do all of that. I think they'll do everything. The feds will do everything short, because you still can have the Department of Justice can fuck around and whatever, do a sentence recommendation, and a judge will follow. And one of the judges he in front of, he appointed, the broad in Florida. So you had to see how that gonna turn out. So, but Fannie Willis, she intends on putting that ass in jail
ASAP.
That's her intent.
We appreciate everybody, man, be tuning into our podcast, man. Each and every week we come in live each and every Tuesday,
and I got our ass putting them in population.
And we're gonna sneak in another night too. You know what I'm saying?
Something like that.
That's how we do. And plus the motherfucking the debates and races are heating up. So we definitely gonna be on this joint live. If you disagree with anything we be saying, please come on our podcast and have that debate. Open debate on our podcast. We love the smoke, especially if you're a motherfucking Trump lover. And please come on and talk to us, please, and thank you.
As Bobby Womack once sung, the late great Bobby Womack once sung, "You welcome."
You know,
come on by.
Give me the politics from the hood point of view. You know what I'm saying, dog? Now look, me and Tony, man, both worked. We met in the motherfucking warehouse. You know what I'm saying, dog? So we both working then. You know what I'm saying? We coming out the streets. We just working, trying to get the fuck away from the streets. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Away from the streets.
And one thing we connected on, like you in the warehouse and you always talk to people in the fucking cafeterias and shit. But one thing we always connected on, like everybody connected on sports and shit, but me and him connected on politics. Was the funniest thing. So from that point on, this is one of my best friends, regardless of the politics and shit. But we connected from there. You know what I'm saying, dog? You know, and ever since then, it's been politics for us, even though we ain't graduate from motherfucking college. No,
I ain't go to MIT.
You know that we're gonna bring you them politics from the hood point of view, and we call that hood view politics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got something to say for guy though?
But you're right though, because you know it's hard, and like damn, when we was there, I was in my 30s. And it's hard then to find somebody that you can really discuss politics with that actually knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Because to a lot of people, it's boring, it don't make sense, and they think it don't apply to them.
Yeah.
When everything that you see on, no matter what news you look at, if you look at MSNBC, you can look at Fox, you can look at CNN, you can look at ABC, CBS, any of them, Newsmax, any of them. That applies to you, or somebody that you know in some way.
Exactly. Yeah.
You might not understand it, you might not get it, but that's what people like us here for, because we know how to break it down for our people to understand, and our people need to really understand. Like we was talking about earlier, we knew what the 92 crime bill was about, because we was a part of the streets, and we knew what it was geared to, and we knew what the purpose of it was. We didn't agree with it, but we knew where it came from and what it was, and why it was there. We know why healthcare and all of this stuff that being debated, and we understand this, and we just trying to bring something to y'all so y'all will understand. Because we talk in a way, I'm not a trained orator. I talk more shit than the toilet, but I can explain this on a level that I hope my people can understand, and we're gonna keep on bringing it to you. And we appreciate all our new viewers.
Most definitely.
Please subscribe too. Yeah, and when y'all go check out that YouTube page, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so y'all know when we on. You get a ding, 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 ding. Them brothers is back.
Yeah, now.
And one more thing, starting this Tuesday night, and we want y'all to tune in, check this out, because we going into a deep, detailed dive on one Donald J. Trump.